Hello and welcome to the Triune Physics aka Physics Bible. Today I want to run you through a comprehensive list of 30 essential physics formulas that every student preparing for JAMB, WAEC, NECO or other external exams must or should memorize using the Triune Concept. The Triune Concept includes number 1, the formula, number 2, the parameter meaning, and number 3, the memory aid. This approach will help to deepen understanding while making recall easier. Are we together? So let's begin with the first. That's how we roll here. The first is the speed, and our formula is V is equal to distance over time. Are we together? So if V is equal to distance over time, we know that our V is speed and it is in meters per second. Our distance is in meters and our time is in what? Second. 1, 2, 3 triune components. How do you memorize this? Very dull topic. Very dull topic. V is equal to distance divided by time. And also recall that this formula is the beginning, the genesis to all other formulas. For example, we know that V is equal to what? Lambda over T. Okay, and also know that T is equal to 1 over F. So I can say that V is equal to F lambda. Are we together? And other formulas in this format that you can relate to this particular formula. For example, we also know that V is equal to 2D over T. The formulas for echo. This is it, gotten from this particular formula. And these and many more are the formulas you can derive from this foundational or fundamental formula. Number 2, we have acceleration. Very important if you are preparing for your final year examination. Our formula is acceleration is equal to change in velocity over time. Are we together? Now, our A is acceleration. Our V is the final velocity in meters per second. Our U is the initial velocity in meters per second. Our T is our time in second. So if you look at this is number 1. This and this gives us number 2, and this is number 3. So how do you memorize? All vehicles use time. Do you understand? All vehicles use time. With this, you'll be able to memorize this particular formula. And of course, this is the first equation of motion. If you say A is equal to change in velocity over time, and this gives us V minus U is equal to AT, so that V is equal to U plus what? AT, first equation. And of course, we know that our second equation is what? S is equal to what? UT plus what? 1 over 2 AT squared. And our third equation is V squared is equal to U squared plus 2AS. Are we together? And this gives us the foundational formula also to other formulas in other topics. For example, if we relate this to acceleration due to gravity, okay, our first equation will be transformed into V is equal to U plus what? GT. It can be plus or minus. Are we together? Then our second equation can be transformed to be S, which is the same thing as height, is equal to what? UT plus or minus 1 over 2 GT squared. Can you see? Still related to this formula. Then V squared is equal to U squared plus what? 2GH. Can you see the foundational formula being transformed into acceleration due to gravity? So also, if you relate this to our formula under projectile, for example, using this first equation, which of the formulas can we transform this into? The time taken to reach maximum height. The time taken to reach maximum height, we're going to have T is equal to what? U sine theta over what? G. Of course, if you make T the source of the formula here, we'll have AT is equal to V minus U, right? So that T is equal to V negative U over A. If you look at it, this is related to this and this is related to this. So take note of all this. Then we also have another formula under projectile. The time of light, capital letter T, is equal to 2U sine theta over what? G. Still related or connected to this formula. Take note of that too. Then we also have which formula? Our maximum height has to do with the second equation of motion. Okay, our H is equal to U squared sine squared theta over 2G. You can decide to use second equation or third equation to arrive at this. Then we also have a maximum range to be U squared sine what? 2 theta over G. All this related to this fundamental foundational formula. Is that clear? So don't forget, all vehicles use time. Memorize this, have an understanding, and ride on with us. Number 3, Newton's second law. Newton's second law. Our formula is F is equal to ma. Of course, force is equal to mass multiplied by acceleration. First component, second component, third component. Triune parameters achieved. Are we together? How do you memorize this? Father is equal to mother multiplied by auntie. Okay? Father is equal to mother multiplied by auntie. This gives us the concept of Newton's second law of motion. Are we together? And this is also the formula used for the applied force. Okay? Take note of this. Number 4 is weight. Okay? And the formula is W is equal to mg. Now, this formula is gotten from F is equal to ma. Then A is converted to what? To G. I hope you are following. So if you are able to memorize F is equal to ma, you should be able to generate other formulas, especially weight. You can be able to generate that. Also recall that W is equal to R. And then frictional force is equal to what? Mu multiplied by this, which is our R, normal reaction. It would help you to memorize all the formulas, especially the ones with the SI unit called Newton. So W is your weight, and then your M is your mass, and G is your acceleration due to gravity. 1, 2, 3, triune component captured. And memory aid, how do you memorize this? Weight makes gravity. Weight makes gravity. Don't forget that, please. Now we move to the next one. Number 5, work done. Our formula is W is equal to force multiplied by distance. Are you here? So if that is the case, our W is our work done, our F is our force, and our D is the distance. 1, 2, 3 captured. Memory aid. Welders fix doors. Welders fix doors. Now, if you are able to memorize this formula, you should also know that work is the same thing as energy, right? And if that is the case, this is equal to force multiplied by distance. And also remember that F is equal to ma, right? If you substitute into this, then you have MAD. Exactly. That is mass multiplied by acceleration multiplied by distance. This can be converted into gravitational potential or potential energy, which will give you mgh. It is gotten from here. I hope you are following. Number 6, now we have power. Our power formula for power is equal to work done over time. Now, what differentiates power from work and energy is time. Are we together? So power is work over time. Power is work over time, or is energy over time. Our P is power in watt. Our work done is W in joules, and then our T is time in seconds. So 1, 2, 3 captured. Memory aid. Powerful workers take time. Powerful workers take time. So with this, you'll be able to memorize the formula for power. Also, don't forget that power is equal to force times distance over time. This is also the formula for power. Number 7, we have kinetic energy. Kinetic energy, the formula is of course Ke is equal to half mv squared. Ke is kinetic energy in joules, our m is our mass in kilogram, and then our v is speed in meters per second. 1, 2, 3 capture triune components of this formula. How do you memorize? King eats half meat with veal squared. King eats half meat with veal squared. So number 8 is potential energy. I've captured that earlier. So potential energy is equal to mass multiplied by acceleration due to gravity multiplied by height. I told you if you know the formula for work done, you should be able to memorize this particular formula. So PE is your potential energy in joules, and then your M is mass in kilogram, your G is gravity in meters per second squared, and your H is your height in meters. Are we together? So if we have this formula this way, how do you memorize that? Please eat my good hamburger. Please eat my good hamburger. With these places, you should be able to note or memorize ME is equal to PE plus what? KE. Are we together? So at this level, kinetic energy is active, mechanical energy is active, potential energy is active. Are we together? Take note of this. So mechanical energy is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy. Please eat my good hamburger. Number 9, we have pressure, and this pressure has to do with solids. Is that clear? So our formula is pressure is equal to force over area. Okay, now P is our pressure in Pascal, F is force in Newton, and then area meters squared. Are we together? 1, 2, 3 captured. Pressure from area is the memory aid. Pressure from area. With this, you should be able to note that P is equal to MA divided by A, or MA divided by length times breadth. You should be able to know that. Then number 10, we have pressure in fluids. Please take note of this. We have mass, and mass has to do with what? Liquid, gas, solid. Are we together? So if you are not discussing about liquid, you should be speaking about gas or speaking about solid, triune components of matter. Are we together? So with this idea, we have pressure in fluid. Number 11, density. Density is equal to mass divided by volume, where our density is in kilogram per meter cube, our mass is in kilogram, and our volume is in meter cube. Triune component captured. Memory aid, Roman is equal to man over vessel. Roman is equal to man over vessel. Among these 11, which of these do you love the most? Drop your answers in the comment section down below. Let's proceed now with the next one. Number 12, Hooke's law. Our formula is F is equal to KE, because F is directly proportional to our X. Now, our F is given in Newton, our K is our spring constant in Newton per meter, and then X is the extension in meters, which gives you length. Are we together? With these, you should be able to have an idea of this particular formula. Friendly kangaroo exists. Friendly kangaroo exists. Number 13, moment of force, equilibrium of forces. Formula, our moment is equal to force multiplied by distance. Are we here? So we have moment to be in Newton meters. Our force is in Newton, and our distance from pivot gives us the third triune component. And memory aid is mom forces door. Mom forces door. Now the concept of this formula is from work done. Work is equal to what? Force times what? Distance. So if you are able to memorize this particular one, you should be able to get this particular formula. And then under equilibrium of forces, if you relate that to sum of clockwise moment is equal to anti-clockwise moment, okay, you will see that it is still force times distance, force multiplied by distance. So this will give you what? Weight times height or distance, and then weight times height or distance all together. So with this particular formula, work is equal to force multiplied by distance, you should be able to obtain formulas for equilibrium of forces. Mom forces door. Please don't force your own door. Number 14, linear expansion. Formula: delta L is equal to alpha L delta T. Our delta L is change in length. Our alpha is a coefficient of linear expansion. Our L is the original length. And delta T is the temperature change. So if you are here, you observe that the triune component of alpha are 1, 2, 3. Triune component of alpha, which is linear expansivity. All together. So memory aid, alpha loves temperature. Alpha loves temperature. Can you see that? Alpha loves temperature. Or you can say alpha loves change in temperature. Now, if you are able to memorize this particular formula, then beta, okay, should be easier for you. It's the same process or procedure. Is equal to what? Change in what? Area over original area into change in temperature. Can you see? It's following the same procedure. Then our gamma will equal change in volume over what? Original volume into what? Change in what? Temperature. With this, we know that alpha is equal to alpha, then 2 alpha is equal to beta, and then 3 alpha is equal to what? Gamma. And all together, this will help you to memorize alpha loves temperature. Please love physics. Number 15, heat energy. Formula: energy or quantity of heat is equal to mc delta T. Our Q is the heat energy in joules gotten from work energy. All together. Then our M is the mass in kilogram, and then our C is the specific heat capacity in joules per kilogram degree Celsius. Are we together? Then delta T is the temperature change in degrees Celsius. So memory aid: Queen makes cakes tasty. Queen makes cake or cakes tasty. Number 16, latent heat. Our formula is Q is equal to ml, and our parameters are Q is the heat in joules, our M is the mass in kilogram, and L is latent heat in joules per kilogram. Memory aid: Queen marries lawyer. With this particular formula, you should be able to calculate for Q is equal to mLF and Q is equal to mLV. mLV is what? Vaporization. This vaporization, this is fusion. You should be able to relate that to this. So this gives us our triune component. Queen marries lawyer. The number 17, very important, Ohm's law. Okay, our formula is V is equal to IR. Are we together? Because V is directly proportional to what? To I. Okay, as voltage increases, current also increases. So our V is voltage in volt, our I is current in ampere, and our R is resistance in ohms. Triune component captured. Very intelligent rabbit. Very intelligent rabbit. Memory aid. Are we here? So with this particular formula, you should be able to generate other formulas that has to do with current, electricity. Are we here? Because we also know that EMF is equal to V plus V. Okay, so that EMF is equal to what? IR plus what? IR, right? Internal resistance. So that E is equal to I into R plus R, right? So that I is equal to what? E all over R plus R. Take note of this, please. Then if we connect that to power in circuit, our formula is P is equal to IV. Okay, then P is power in watt, I is current in ampere, and V is voltage in volt. Please investigate voltage. Are we here? With this, you should be able to memorize the formula for power in circuit. And don't forget that V is equal to IR. You can connect this to P is equal to IV and substitute, so that P is equal to what? I squared R, and P is equal to V squared over R. Are we together? With this, you have connected these two other quantities. Let's proceed further. Number 19, resistivity. Our formula is R is equal to resistivity multiplied by what? Our length, or divided by area. So with this, our R is resistance in ohms. Our resistivity giving us what? Rho is in ohm meter, then our length in meter, and area in meter squared. So triune component, resistance, length, area, giving us resistivity. So if we connect this, our memory aid, real people love athletics. Real people love athletics. With this, you should be able to generate other formulas for this particular concept, because we know that area is equal to what? Pi r squared. Over here, you can also get that attached to these. Number 20, frequency. Of course, I've captured this earlier, but you should know that F is equal to 1 over T, and T is our time, which is time period in second. Then F is the frequency in hertz. Memory aid, fast is 1 over time. Fast is 1 over time. Then we know that V is equal to F lambda, right? Then F is equal to V over lambda. Take note of this, and this is the same thing as 1 over T. Then 21, wave speed. Our formula is V is equal to F lambda, captured above. V is our speed in meters per second, F is frequency in hertz, and lambda is our wavelength in meters. Memory aid, very fast lamb. Don't forget this, very fast lamb. Lambda, lamb. So don't forget this, please. Very important. 22, refractive index. Our formula is giving us refractive index is equal to sine I over sine R. Are we together? So if that is the case, our N is the refractive index, our I is the angle of incidence, and R is the angle of refraction. Don't forget that sinners incite sinners repent. Sinners incite divided by sinners repent. So please, sinners that incite should repent. That's what it means. Don't forget this particular formula. 23, length formula, very important. 1 over F is equal to 1 over V minus 1 over U. Our F is the focal length, our U is object distance, our V is image distance. Triune component captured. Memory aid, F is equal to VU. 24, magnification. M is equal to V over U. Our M is magnification, our V is image distance, our U is object distance. M for viewing divided by understanding. M for viewing divided by understanding. Don't forget, memorize, understand, capture, and manifest it in your exams. 25, Coulomb's law. Our F is equal to K Q1 Q2 over R squared. Our F is Newton in meter, our K is Coulomb constant, and then we have Q1 Q2 to be our charges in Coulomb, and then our R is distance in meters. Memory aid, force is king of charges over what? Force is king of charges over radius squared. Please don't forget this. So with this particular formula, if you understand, you will see that this formula is also related to F is equal to Gm1 m2 over what? D squared. Okay, you can also use this particular formula to memorize this particular one. Force is king of charges over radius squared. 26 is electric field strength. Our formula is given by E is equal to F divided by Q, so that our E is our field in Newton per coulomb. Our F is Newton, which is force, and our Q is charge in coulomb. So electric force per Queen. Electric force per Queen. Then very important, capacitance. Okay, our C is equal to Q over V. Exactly. Or you can say Q is equal to CV, as in submitting your curriculum vitae, which is CV. Don't forget that. Our C is capacitance in farad, our Q is charge in coulomb, our V is voltage as given. So cool Queen's vacation. Cool Queen's vacation. This gives us the concept of the formula for capacitance. And don't forget also that you can resolve capacitance in series and in what? Parallel. Are we together? So the concept for series for capacitors is what you use for resistors in what? Parallel. Are we together? Then what you use for capacitors in parallel is the same with resistors in series. So we invert the procedures when calculating or resolving the total capacitance as given in the circuit or the total resistance as given in the circuit. But that of the inductor is the same with that of resistance. Okay, inductor and resistance, the same procedure. Only capacitance changes. Are we together? 28 magnetic force. Formula: F is equal to BIL sine theta, where our F is force in Newton, our B is magnetic field in Tesla, and then our I is current in ampere, and L is the length in meters. Please take note of this. If the directions are perpendicular to each other, your theta is 90 degrees. But if they are parallel to each other, theta is what? 0. Theta is 0 degrees. Take note of this. And your answer automatically for force becomes what? 0. Don't forget that, please. So how do you memorize that? Force is built in length. Force is built in length, and that is the truth. Force multiplied by distance. An object must move across a distance. 29. Photoelectric equation. Photoelectric equation. Don't forget that EK or E of K is equal to HF negative phi. Okay, our E of K is kinetic energy in joules, our H is Planck's constant, and then F is frequency in hertz, while our work function is given as phi. Don't forget that. Triune components of these are 1, 2, 3. Don't forget that. Estin had fun. Estin had fun. Paid fee. Don't forget that. Paid fee. So if you know about this, you should be able to memorize your formulas for your exams. The last and not the least for this particular episode, we will be capturing number 30, and it is efficiency. Okay, efficiency. Efficiency is given as useful energy output divided by total energy input multiplied by 100. Generally, efficiency now you can say is output all divided by input. Okay, either for transformers or for anything, you should know that multiplied by 100. Okay, so our efficiency is given in percentage. Every output over total. Every output over total. And total is the initial. Okay, every output over total. This will give you the concept of the formula for efficiency. I hope this particular episode has been helpful to you. If you like this particular episode, you can encourage us by hitting the subscribe button, okay, and tap on the notification bell so that you will be updated on the release of our next episode. Stay tuned, stay curious. Quickly drop the memory aid that was so funny and impactful that you know that you will never forget in the comment section down below. See you in our next episode from the Triune Physics. Connect to our social media handles at Physics Bible, the Triune Physics, for latest update. Thanks for joining us. Stay equipped, stay liquid.